Girl, stop touching my purse. That's my church candy. Lord, these skirts is getting short. About a week, I think. Ain't
Good evening, and welcome to the Eastside Baptist Church. My name is James Jenkins, the 14th, and I'm coming to you live today to tell you that the Lord has been watching you motherfuckers not putting nothing in the contribution box. Sister Jenkins, please point the person out who didn't put nothing in the contribution box today. It's the reason why our toilet in the church is not working.
No, it's not.
Because no one has been
The
putting
deacon
nothing in
did
the
that.
box.
Everybody
You got to
knows
pay
that.
to hear about the Lord nowadays.
See, I
And he
told
gave
you.
me the word
I
to
told
give
you.
it to you. You motherfuckers better start putting something in the contribution box so me and Sister Jenkins can continue to ride these on that bitch.
Is that what we doing? That's what they be doing. Some folks be doing it. You are now listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. I am Sister Such and Such, and welcome. For those that don't know about me, welcome. I am Sister Such and Such, and I'm an open-minded and raw person who says exactly what's on the damn mind, meanwhile telling the truth about it all. I don't sugarcoat nothing I say, so take it with a grain of damn sugar or love, whatever you want to call it, but call it a day. Yeah, so welcome, and welcome. Welcome to all my new listeners and all of my regulars. I know I've been away a little bit. We had sort of a power outage for quite a while down here in the boot. If you don't know what that is, that's Louisiana. Shout out to all the people that's still going through without power and water and all the necessities. I'm sending my well wishes to y'all because I know it's hard. Now, tonight I'm going to be talking about some stuff that we kind of already knew. I mean, this is sort of general information because a lot of people have always had suspicion of basically the government listening to our conversations and watching us and all sorts of things. I mean, that's been a general discussion for quite a few years now, even with the development of the smart TVs and phones and whatnot. You can be sitting there buck naked looking at TV or something in your own house and Big Brother watching you, looking at all your goodies and whatnot, and listening to everything you say. Now, like I say, that's kind of been a general open knowledge thing going on. It's been suspected for years, but now finally, see, when everybody's sitting around talking about it, it's not a big deal until it becomes a big deal. Now, the FBI and NSA have violated surveillance laws or privacy rules, a judge has found. Now, see, now it's big. Like I said before, it really wasn't shit when it was just everybody talking about the shit, suspecting the shit. But once it reaches the law, then they really go to talking about it. So that's what we talking about now. They done finally got caught. And you wonder what the hell they gonna do about it. Well, this is how it's been going. Now, 2 of the nation's largest surveillance agencies repeatedly violated either the law or related court orders in incidents reported last year, despite training on the procedures set up to protect the privacy of U.S. persons, a federal judge found. The FBI flouted the law, and the National Security Agency ignored a rule to safeguard civilian liberties when these agencies gathered or searched emails and other communications gathered from the U.S. tech and phone companies. Under a statute designed to produce foreign intelligence, ruled presiding judge of Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court in a significant opinion made public last Friday. It should be unnecessary to state that government officials are not free to decide for themselves whether or to what extent they should comply with court orders. Now, Boasberg wrote in the December 2019 opinion. Now, this is a judge here saying this. Now, he put out a 83-page, partially redacted ruling, and it was released by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. It focused on whether to approve a new set of rules enabling the FBI, NSA, and CIA to continue collecting and searching millions of communications gathered from American companies under a law known as Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Now, a lot of people may not know anything about that. But see, that's why it's important to know the laws of the land where you reside. Because you just need to know, so you know what the hell government is doing when it comes to you and your privacy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, passed in 2008 and renewed in 2017, the law is the most potent power Congress has granted U.S. spy agencies to gather intelligence on everything from terrorism to nuclear proliferation to foreign adversaries, plans, and intentions. Now, because of its reach and the potential to scoop up innocent Americans' communications, Congress and the courts have imposed rules on how the government can collect and use that data. Now, see, that's where the issue comes in, because Congress and the courts have imposed rules, but the government is not complying with how to collect and use the data. Now, through Boasberg was at the time scathing in his criticism, he signed off on the new rules or certifications, saying he expected them to address the problems, a fact that dismayed privacy advocates. What would it take for the FISA court to say no? Now, that was stated by Elizabeth Golden, co-director of the Liberty and National Security Project at the Brennan Center for Justice. See, it's a lot of departments wrapped up in this, and a lot of people got their hands in this. Now, Boasberg's opinion was notable both for the pervasiveness of the transgressions documented and his seeming acceptance of the government's defense, which is that many occurred before remedial measures were put into place last year. The FBI is really just starting to implement some of its new procedures on a comprehensive basis. Nonetheless, he observed how there still appear to be widespread violations of the FBI standards for searching the data more than a year after the same court noted the violations. Now, when people break the law, they on their ass like white on rice or flies on shit. But this situation here, what the hell they doing about it? You know what I'm saying? So what they gonna do? Because that's gonna create victims. Now, that rule required FBI queries of the Section 702 information to be designed to be reasonably likely to retrieve foreign intelligence information or evidence of a crime. Instead, FBI personnel last year searched for information on a candidate for a local police officer job, on college students participating in a collegiate academy, on potential sources, and on victims who reported a crime. Now, that don't sound like they following that shit. They ain't following the law worth a damn. And in perhaps the most startling example cited in the ruling, the FBI made a batch query of 16,000 people. Now, that's the size of a small town, only 7 of whom had an apparent link to criminal activity or foreign intelligence information. Some were U.S. citizens though it is not known how many. Now, the court did not say what the search was for. See, all this damn secrecy. But it don't seem to be much privacy going on. They can be secretive, but our privacy is it's up in the air. It's damn near treated like a damn soap opera. They can pull and look and pretty much do what they want, even though they're breaking the damn law. It's ridiculous. Now, the FBI maintained that the queries for all 16,000 people were reasonably likely to return foreign intelligence or evidence of a crime. But really, that's unsupportable. Now, a senior FBI official, speaking on the condition of he wants to be secretive, he don't want to say who he is, to discuss the matter. Now, he stated in an email statement that the issue of whether a query is likely to return foreign intelligence information is very fact-sensitive. Now, that was an official who wanted to be anonymous. The Bureau has retrained the entire workforce to know the standard. Now, this is my thing with this shit here. That sounds like some bullshit to me because in the beginning they said they were trained. So now you got to go back and retrain them? Retrain them on what? How not to break the damn law? Then why the hell do they even have the position to begin with if they can't do the job properly? Now, the FBI violated the law, Bossberg said, when it accessed communications involving U.S. persons in cases where they were seeking evidence of a crime not related to national security, without first obtaining a court order. Now, they know damn well they supposed to get a damn court order. They supposed to do shit right, but of course they not. They want to take shortcuts. They want to skip. I guess they feel like they're privileged. They can do that because of the FBI title. But like I said, if you can't do the job properly, you shouldn't have the job. Now, the violation was found through an oversight review of 4 field offices. It is likely the violation was more widespread. Now, we know it ain't just one person doing it. It's definitely widespread. Because one person do something and get away with it, the next person gonna do the same thing. I mean, it's just like a domino effect. Now, the incident resulted from the way information was showing up in a preview pane on an FBI system. Now, the senior FBI official on a briefing call with reporters stated, so employees were running searches, not realizing they were hitting off-limit data, the official said. The Bureau took steps to prevent it from happening again, the official stated. Now, the law's targeting procedures are designed to prevent the NSA's collection of wholly domestic communications, where both sender and receiver are U.S. persons. Now, the NSA personnel chose to ignore one of those procedures last year because they were worried they were losing foreign intelligence and because they felt the rule was no longer needed. So basically, they just doing what the hell they want to do. Now, as the agency has stopped a problematic form of collection, according to senior intelligence officials, the violation was discovered and reported to the court. Everybody should have been reported. Every last one of them. Because they are breaking the law. Now, the agency did not pick up any domestic communications in that incident, but nonetheless, the NSA purged the data. ODNI privacy officer Ben Huber said in a briefing call with reporters, the point of having the court approve these procedures is it's not up to the agency to decide whether it's reasonable to use them or not, stated Julian Sanchez, senior fellow at the Cato Institute. It is up to the court. Now, Boasberg's opinion was notable both for the pervasiveness of the transgressions documented, and his seeming acceptance of the government's defense, which is that may occur before remedial measures were put into place last year. So basically, he was cool with it, not knowing that they was going to basically fuck it up and do what the hell they wanted to do and not follow the law. Now, the FBI is really just starting to implement some of its new procedures on a comprehensive basis. So they just getting it started. It just don't seem right. It really don't seem right. Because they keep saying they maintain a queries for all the people, and it was reasonably likely to return foreign intelligence or evidence of a crime. Yeah, I can think that when I call the electric company and say, hey, I got a power outage. Now, I can reasonably think they're going to come within a reasonable time frame and fix it. But that's not really up to me. I did my part in calling and reporting. It's up to them to move in a reasonable time and follow company procedure. But like on any job, everybody does not follow proper procedure. I mean, crossing the T's and dotting the I's and making sure the Q look like a Q. But you expect it. Now, each person doing the job has to have a reasonable mind frame to know that, okay, I've got to follow procedure and not take it upon themselves to decide. Which, in fact, is how we're even in this mess right now. Somebody decided they knew what the hell they was doing. Fuck the law. That's pretty much what the hell they said. Fuck the law, I'm going to do it however the fuck I want to do it. Now their ass should be in hot water. Now they done violated. Now the FBI done violated the law when it accessed communications involving the U.S. persons. Because all of them was not connected to any type of crime or anything. So what the hell you looking up these people for? What you all in they emails for? They might be trying to make their booty calls and don't want you to know. A violation is a violation. Especially when these people don't have anything to do with the national security. Don't know shit. They just looking them up for what? And this one guy being looked up on the basis of because he was up to get a job. They can't do that shit. They can't do it. And again, the point of having the court approve these procedures is not up to the agency to decide whether it's reasonable to use them or not. It's up to the court. So if the court say, this is what you do, then damn it, that's what the hell you do. Because if civilians have to follow the laws, the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, I mean, everybody got to follow the damn laws. You don't get no damn privilege because you got them, you work up under those initials. It's a title. A title with much more responsibility. Now, they've been doing it for years, so now we want to know, we the people, I'm going to speak for everybody right now. We want to know, fuck y'all gonna do about this shit. It needs to stop, and are these people going to be prosecuted? Is something going to be done about this? So I'm going to follow this story, and I'm going to let y'all know about this, because this is some bullshit. Like I say, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, act like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And them damn FBI and NSA and whoever else is some ducks. And they should be fined, arrested, lose their job, all of the above. But are they, is the question. Because like I said, if it was one of us, our ass would be locked the fuck up a long time ago for some shit that was done. Nowadays, you can't even walk down the street or drive down the street or even sit at home and watch TV without having some sort of interaction with the police and be basically strung up to go to jail and shit for something. And you might not even done nothing. But they get away with breaking laws and whatnot. That shit ain't fair. It ain't fair by a long shot. So y'all tell me, if you're listening to this on YouTube, or even if you're listening on a podcast, y'all hit me up and y'all let sister such and such know what y'all think about this. How y'all feel about this shit here? You got everybody going to jail for next to nothing, but these motherfuckers get away with this shit. That shit ain't right. But y'all tell me what y'all think. If you don't follow me on YouTube, go over to YouTube. The name over there for the channel is Tony On One. You can email on oneradiotalk@gmail.com. Place it to the attention of sister such and such, or even sistah-talk. Let me know how y'all feel about this shit here. This shit here is a hot damn mess if you ask me. Yeah, it ain't fair. They getting away with this shit. They done got up under my skin with this here shit. They better do something about it. And y'all be careful. And that's sad to say that you gotta be careful with what you say and what devices you use and all that good shit. Because whatever you're doing, they gonna know. Big Brother is watching, but who the hell is watching Big Brother? And who the hell is watching Big Brother's Big Brother? You know what I'm saying? So be careful, y'all. Because they breaking laws and doing what the hell they want to do.
Welcome to the Eastside Baptist Church. My name is James Jenkins, the 14th. And I'm coming to you live today to tell you that the Lord has been watching you motherfuckers not putting nothing in the contribution box. Sister Jenkins, please point the person out who didn't put nothing in the contribution box today. It's the reason why our toilet in the church is not working. Because no one has been putting nothing in the box. And you got to pay to hear about the Lord every day. And he gave me the word to give it to you. You motherfuckers better start putting something in the contribution box. So me and Sister Jenkins can continue to ride these on that bitch.
Fake gas station.
That bitch.
It is, ain't it? You've been listening to On One Radio, the talk show podcast station. This has been the Sister Such and Such show, and I've been your host. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my talk show. Remember, if it looks, walks, and talks like a duck, then it's a fucking duck. So call it what it is. For more information on my podcast and videos, go to Spreaker.com/show/Sister Such Such. That's me. But it's to get it raw. While you're online, check out our Facebook page for On One Radio. You'll find a lot of interesting things over there. Also, while you're on Facebook perusing, check out On One's Day One's private Facebook group. It's for all the behind the scenes and the stuff that maybe I talk about that everybody don't get to hear. You know, behind the scenes stuff. Back porch conversations and whatnot. We're on other social media as well. Check us out on WordPress, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr, and Collide. On One Radio is raw. uncut truth.